It was a busy morning at the luxurious St. Liberty Hospital, one of the most prestigious and expensive medical centers in New York. Doctors were rushing back and forth, millionaire patients were being seen quickly, and everything ran like a Swiss watch. Until a man walked in through the side door. He wore a wrinkled dress shirt, jeans, and a worn-out red cap. He looked tired. He moved slowly, taking in every detail of the hospital. Employees glanced at him with suspicion. No one recognized him. "Must be a patient's relative," whispered a nurse. The man stopped at reception and calmly asked, "Where's the neurology wing?" The receptionist, somewhat annoyed, pointed vaguely down the hall. Without another word, the man walked off. He looked at the equipment, the staff, the rooms, and occasionally shook his head in disapproval. Down the hallway, a doctor intercepted him, young with a spotless white coat, a shiny name badge, and a condescending stare. His name tag read, Dr. Evan Carter. "Hey, sir. You can't just walk around here like this," the doctor said, frowning. "Sorry, I'm just observing," the man replied. "Observing? This isn't a sightseeing tour. And, no offense, but you don't even look like you have insurance to be in a place like this." The man raised an eyebrow. "And how exactly should someone dress to be worthy of respect?" "Look, nothing personal. But here we deal with important people, executives, investors, politicians, not guys in old caps." Silence fell in the hallway. Two nurses stopped. A security guard looked over. No one said a word. "I'm going to have to ask you to leave, sir. Before I call security, Dr. Evan added coldly. The man took a deep breath, calmly removed his cap, fixed his hair. That's when one of the hospital's administrative directors rushed in, out of breath. "Mr. Trump, you arrived early. We were told you'd be here in the afternoon." Everyone froze. The doctor went pale. Yes, the man was Donald J. Trump, billionaire, former president of the United States, and the majority owner of St. Liberty Hospital, having quietly acquired it months earlier as part of a private investment. Trump smiled, now with a sharp, commanding look. "So, doctor, who exactly do you think doesn't have insurance?" The doctor tried to recover, stammering, "My deepest apologies, Mr. Trump. I didn't recognize you," Trump cut him off. "This isn't about recognizing me. It's about how you treat people you think are beneath you. And this hospital, which now carries my name, doesn't tolerate arrogance." He turned to the director. "I want this man off the team immediately. Anyone who humiliates a stranger has no place in a hospital that bears my name." Dr. Evan tried to speak, but two security guards were already walking him out, his face flushed with shame. Trump turned to the staff gathered nearby. "From today on, I want everyone here to understand something. It's not the suit that defines a man. It's character. And anyone who walks through these doors, with or without money, with or without a tie, will be treated with respect. Are we clear?" A loud "Yes, sir," echoed through the corridor. And so the man in simple clothes walked with dignity through the halls of the hospital he now owned, proving once again that true power is shown in how you treat others, not how much you show off. The hallway remained silent even after Dr. Evan was gone. All eyes were on Trump, who looked around with surgical precision, walked slowly to the executive office, followed by a security guard and the administrative director, Mr. Whitmore. Once inside, he calmly closed the door and removed his cap again, like a mask coming off. "Whitmore," Trump said in a serious tone, "this place looks beautiful on the outside. Marble floors, glass walls, digital screens. But inside, I sensed arrogance, coldness, and worse, prejudice." The director swallowed hard. "Mr. Trump, this was an isolated case. Dr. Carter is a highly respected neurosurgeon." Trump interrupted, arms crossed. "You know what I saw when I walked in today? I saw nurses ignoring elderly patients in the hallway. I saw staff glaring at a Latina mother who just wanted to know where her son was. I saw a doctor humiliating someone based on their appearance. This isn't a tech company where you can hide arrogance behind a screen. This is a hospital. Every gesture matters here. Every word can save or destroy someone." The director nodded, clearly uncomfortable under pressure. Trump sat in the executive chair. "Starting today, I'm making changes here. And they won't just be aesthetic ones." 2 days later, the staff is called to a meeting in the main auditorium. It's a cold morning, and the tension is heavy. Rumors about the new owner are everywhere. Trump steps onto the stage. No suit. Still simply dressed, but standing tall and firm. You already know who I am. But maybe you don't know why I bought this hospital. My older brother Fred died young from alcoholism. I saw what medical neglect does to a family. I saw what happens when a doctor decides someone isn't worth the effort. And I promised myself that if I ever had the power, I'd do something about it. He looked several doctors in the eye. When you put on that white coat, you're not just putting on clothes. You're accepting a mission. This isn't just any company. This is a refuge for life. And from now on, it's going to be treated that way. We're creating a new code of conduct. New empathy training. And if you're not ready to adapt, leave now. Some doctors exchanged nervous glances. One nurse quietly wiped away tears of relief. Trump held the microphone with both hands. As for Dr. Evan Carter, he's no longer with us. And if you think this hospital lost a great doctor, then you still don't understand. A great doctor isn't the one with the best resume. It's the one with the biggest heart. 1 week later, the hospital is already changing. Patients report more humane care. Staff say Trump walks the halls twice a week, sometimes even visiting patients in the ICU. The story of the doctor who humiliated the owner spreads in the media, not for drama, but as a lesson in the evening news. The anchor closes the segment with these words. In a world where appearance often matters more than character, sometimes it takes someone in disguise to show who's truly in charge.